Hi, my name's Fiona. I'm one of the directors at Trust Electric Heating, and today I want to tell you about our exciting NEOS radiator and why we decided to make the NEOS. We're very lucky because the inventor Scott Connor works here, so that's great for development, and it's great if anybody wants anything bespoke because he's always on hand for us to talk to. Scott has worked in the heating industry for a number of years. He's worked with gas and he's worked with most electric radiators. And what he decided to do is take all the strong elements of all those products and pull them together to create the NEOS. So for gas, the controllability and flexibility you get with gas, with the thermostats and everything, he brought that into the NEOS. The panel heater, how slim and how attractive it is, he brought that into the NEOS, with the NEOS only being 6.5 centimetres in depth, one of the slimmest storage radiators on the marketplace. Aesthetically, it's modular, you can have it in a flat design, you can have it in a wave design, and you can have it in numerous colours. We've got some fantastic colours coming through our factory at the moment. On top of that, he also wanted to take the storage element. So internally, he has used soapstone as the core, which is volcanic rock, and it's much more superior than anything else on the marketplace. So let's look at the NEOS. The first thing he decided to do was change the carcass, because most radiators on the marketplace are made out of mild steel. And the problem is with mild steel, it holds heat. And what I mean by that is, in your house, when you think, oh, it's a little bit cold, is you'll go up to the thermostat, turn it up, and actually you'll feel the radiator, and the radiator is red hot. And that is because mild steel is not great at getting rid of the heat into your house, so it takes a lot longer. Aluminium is renowned for not only heating up fast, but it's got a faster cool down than any other metal on the marketplace. On top of that, it's got 2.9 times more conductivity than mild steel, which means that the heat will move into your room a lot faster than it will do with mild steel. Another great fact about aluminium is it doesn't rust. So as soon as we paint it, it looks absolutely fantastic, and it stays in your home like that for ages. Doesn't rust, doesn't chip, looks great throughout. Aluminium is one of the most recyclable metals, and now, today, we need to look after the environment. So this is a metal that can be recycled all the time. So Scott invented Quadvex, and this is quadruple convection. So at the front of the radiator, he sacrificed the front panel by putting another panel on the front, which means the front of the radiator gives double convection compared to most radiators that is only single convection. The back of the radiator, he's changed it completely. It doesn't mimic the front at all. If you see the back, it's got this dimpled effect, which actually goes about 3/4 of the way up the radiator. And at the back, it has like a chimney effect. And what this is serpentine heating, which is actually seen on big heat exchangers. The cold air will come in and it will stay in the heater, and it will move like a snake effect around the dimples, and it gets trapped. As it's getting trapped, it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Then it reaches this particular point, the chimney point, and then it will sort of like convect out very, very quickly. Also, what this does at the back, it creates what we call a cool wall technology. So if you put your hand behind the radiator, you'll find that none of that heat is escaping into the wall. What we used to do with radiators is we used to put the foil behind, which meant that none of the energy could escape into the wall. With a traditional radiator, you'll have 40% of radiated heat at the front, 48% of heat radiating at the back, and 20% convection. Here it's very, very different. You've got 25% radiated heat and 75% convection. And convection is the fastest way to warm up your room. So that means it becomes more effective at warming up your room, more efficient, you can turn your heaters off, and then you can have cheaper electric bills. The last thing that Scott looked at is to actually look at the storage element and create a modern way of storing heat. So we use soapstone after a lot of research, and if you want to find out a little bit more about soapstone, if you look at geology.com, it will give you the history. And some of the history is it's been baked in the oven for numerous years, and it used to be put in people's beds as like a traditional hot water bottle because it really retains heat. So what we've got, and I'll show you in the heater, is we've got blocks of soapstone that has actually been baked in ovens with the key elements and electric components inside. What it does is, as your heater will reach 22 degrees, is the soapstone will store that heat. So as your heater turns off at the thermostat, we know there's a difference of about 45 degrees inside of the heater. So if you imagine, as your heater is cooling down, the soapstone at this level, they're going probably like this. When your heater's ready to trip up, the soapstone is already retaining heat, so it won't take us long to get to temperature the second time round, which of course, more effective, more efficient, and saves money on heating bills.